everyone. I'm going to take you through a tutorial on completing the FPDS V&V using the FedDataCheck website. So you're going to head to FedDataCheck.net and you're going to use the credentials we've provided you to log into the site. Just a reminder, your PIV card will not work to get into this site. So now we're on the home page of the main site, and if you look, you'll see the Treasury logo. You can click on that logo and it will take you to the Treasury homepage. So on the right hand side we see the menu. You can see the FPDS V&V. If you hover over that heading and then click on the V&V dashboard, it will start the process of generating the sample. So we want to view a sample for all bureaus, and all offices will automatically be selected. And as you can see, the date range is already limited so that it is FY15. So we'll click Apply down here at the bottom. And I'll just give you a few notes on how FedDataCheck generates the sample. So we generate our sample for the V&V upon the completion of every quarter. And our sampling is based off of OFPP guidelines as well as surveysystem.com methodology. As you can see right here, we take the sample at a 95% confidence level, plus or minus 5%. We also include 5 extra awards per quarter with the largest obligated amounts, and 1 extra award and 1 extra IDV per quarter. This is in case you can't find the physical contract file to compare, or if something goes missing, or just to build in the kind of cushion. This sample is based on actions, it's base awards as well as mods, and once the sample is taken, it's static. So again, like I said, we take it at the end of each quarter, and the sample stays the same. So over here, these parameters that we chose, we were basically just filtering our view of the sample that was already taken. So I'm going to click this arrow just to hide this menu on the side quickly so we can see the full page of our dashboard. As you can see, we have 5 pages at the top. We're on page 1, which shows the sample. Listed here are all of the transactions to verify and validate. And up here is the status summary. So I'm going to scroll over a little bit just to talk about this table. So this table is broken down by bureau. As you can see, for IRS, the sample size is 189 transactions, and you can see your progress as you go here. So once we start filling out forms and start doing the actual verification, you'll be able to see some progress here. And then this red bar shows the percent complete. All right. So now we'll go down here, and again, these are the transactions that we're asking you to verify and validate. So we have an online form that you can use to do so. So I'm going to go through that right now. So you start off by clicking on this link if you want to verify and validate this award. So we'll click on this, which is the V&V form. And you can press this button to submit the contract key that's automatically pulled in. And what this form is showing you is the information in FPDS-NG. So this form pulls in all the information that at this moment in time is listed in FPDS-NG. So what we're asking you to do on this page is find your actual physical contract file and compare the fields in your contract file to the fields in FPDS-NG. So we'll go through this quickly. Basically, it's the same. You're asking, does this field match? Does it not match? Is it not applicable? And so on. You can give comments and stuff like that. So we'll go through it, clicking a few yeses, maybe a few nos, and that way you can see what the process is like. If you note right here, we automatically gray out some fields that are just not applicable in the first place. so those you don't really have to worry about. We're trying to make this as little work as possible. So I'm going to go through here and click mostly yeses again, like I said, but maybe a no right here. So I click no on the dunce number, saying the dunce number doesn't match. Then you get a few options to choose where that error came from. Here I'm going to say, okay, maybe this was a user error. I typed the dunce number in correctly. Then you'll move on, maybe say a few more yeses. Okay, maybe we get to extent competed and this is incorrect. But we'll say it's an FPDS and G error this time. And I'm not sure if this is really applicable in this case, but there was an error. Extent competed, propagated incorrectly. And we'll go on, we'll fill out the rest of the form. And yes, okay. At the end, it's going to ask you, is this car V&V complete? In this case, we did fill out the whole form, so I'm going to say yes. But if you hadn't filled out the whole form and you needed some more time to go in and check something out, you could click Save as Draft and then re-enter that form later. But here we're going to click yes that it's complete, and we're going to save and submit. So this page shows you that it was saved into our database, and you may now close your window. Again, it says be sure to refresh your reports and your web browser and SharePoint to see your results. So I'm going to exit here and go back to this home page. So it still says, oops, not started here. But if we kind of just refresh this sample page, clicking on page 1 again, you'll be able to see that now that report reads that it's been completed. And over here, you can see that was an award for the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Sample size is 39. 1 of them is completed. 0 have been started or saved as drafts. 38 left, and 0 are designated as missing. This means, like, for instance, some award in our sample, for some reason you're unable to find the actual contract file. You would designate that as missing, and again, that's kind of why we add in that 1 extra award and 1 extra IDV per quarter, just so that you have a little bit of a cushion if there's something goes missing or you can't exactly find what you need. So you could go through this whole list of samples to verify and validate. And each time you come in, again, I keep referencing this parameters list, but it's kind of like a filter. So we do also have a filter by status. So you can view only the ones that have not been started. So that way you know which ones you have left. Or if you want to see which ones are kind of hanging in limbo and you've started but aren't complete, you can just click that, click apply, and you'll be able to see those right there. But for right now, I'm going to move to page 3, which is the results page. And this will be really helpful once you start filling out awards. This page is also exportable, as are all the pages on the dashboard. And I'm going to show you that right up here. Actions, export to Excel. So this is exactly what OFPP is looking for the FPDS V&V. You can see all the data elements named over here. You can see the number of cars reviewed and the number of cars that are correct. Again, for some of these fields or data elements were not applicable in certain cases. So here we see total data elements sampled. There were 20 sampled and there were 18 correct. If you remember, I chose 2 that were incorrect. And over here you see the systemic causes of invalid data. So right here for the dunce number, I chose that it was a user error, that the dunce number was entered incorrectly. So it's a tally of 1 showing that, for the dunce number, it typically is a user error. The extent competed, okay, that was an FPDS error. And so this tallies up, and at the end of the V&V, when you've completed the entire sample, you'll be able to get kind of a big picture of where most of your errors are coming from, where most of your errors are coming from as it applies to certain data elements, and all that stuff. The next page, so that's basically our results page. And again, like I said, that's exportable to send off to OFPP. This page 4 is our exhibits to results, and it's by award type. So here we allow you to filter by award type. Obviously, with only one filled out, it's not going to give us much, but again, if you pull over this parameters bar on the right hand side, this kind of just is a filter. So you can click here and you can say, okay, I only want to look at my results for delivery orders. So you would click on award/delivery order and then click apply. And finally, we'll go to page 5, which is our quality control review. And what this is showing is it's just a double check to be sure that all of the forms are completed. So if you remember, as I filled out that example form, at the end it asked, is this car V&V complete? I clicked yes, that it was complete, and I saved the form. Now, what happens if someone says this form is complete, but they hadn't filled out all the actual fields? Here's a double check for that. So if someone marks it complete, but we find that all of the fields are not actually verified, that form will pop up here, and you'll be able to go in and take a look at it. Another one we have is V&V forms marked with an NA selection. If you'll notice on the form that I filled out, I did click 2 NA fields, so not applicable or not available or at that time. And it gives you the link to the form right here, so you can go out and take a look at that exact form and see if something needs to be edited. All right, so that is basically a quick and easy overview of the FPDS V&V. I'll leave my information here if you have any questions. You can feel free to email me or give me a call.